What if I told you that the stress you feel at work isn't really about the deadlines or the emails? What if it's about something much deeper? Something an ancient warrior prince was taught over 5,000 years ago to win the biggest battle of his life. You're caught in the hustle culture, trying to balance your career, your family, and your sanity. But deep down you know that the promotion won't fill that void, and the paycheck doesn't buy peace. You're looking for a way out of the burnout, a way to find purpose without losing your mind. In this video, we're going to decode the ultimate stress management secret from the Bhagavad Gita. This isn't about meditation apps or quick fixes. This is about a profound shift in perspective that connects the latest neuroscience with the timeless wisdom of Krishna. We'll explore how to transform your work from a source of anxiety into a path of spiritual growth. If you're ready to stop fighting yourself and start winning at work and in life, hit that subscribe button and join the Nature and Soul community. A Gallup poll recently found that a staggering number of American employees are unhappy and disconnected at work. We're seeing a crisis of engagement. We feel like cogs in a machine, trading our time for money, but losing our sense of self in the process. We're stressed because we're attached to outcomes. We want the raise, the recognition, the perfect performance review. We obsess over results that are often out of our control. As the ancient sages knew, this attachment is the root of all suffering. This brings us to the climax of the Mahabharata epic, the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The warrior Arjuna is about to fight his own family. He's paralyzed by fear, confusion, and existential dread. Sounds a lot like a Monday morning, doesn't it? He turns to his charioteer, who just happens to be the Lord of the universe, Krishna. Krishna doesn't give him a pep talk. He gives him a new operating system for the mind. Krishna reveals the secret to Arjuna, and it's the key to managing your stress today. He introduces the concept of karma yoga, the yoga of action. The term karma here means your work or your action. It's not about destiny, it's about what you do. Krishna says something radical. You have control over your actions, but you have no control over the results. He teaches Arjuna, and us, the principle of Nishkama Karma. This translates to acting without attachment to the fruits of your actions. This is a game changer for the American workplace. We are obsessed with the result. We say, I need to close this deal. I need to get this promotion. We place our happiness in a future event that is 100% dependent on factors outside of our control. Krishna says no. Focus on the karma. Focus on the process. Focus on the quality of your work. Do it with excellence, with integrity, and with your full presence. This is what modern psychologists call a flow state, when you are so immersed in the task that you lose track of time and self-consciousness. Think of it like this. Your soul is like a unique digital signature that is expressing itself through your work. The result is just a byproduct. When you align your work with your inner nature, what the Gita calls svadharma, it doesn't feel like a draining chore. But when you're forcing yourself to be someone you're not, just for the paycheck or status, that's where the drain begins, the stress builds, and you start to feel the burnout. Krishna doesn't ask you to escape life. He teaches you how to stop fighting with yourself. Now, this is where it gets really fascinating. This wisdom from Krishna is being validated by modern science. We mentioned the flow state, a concept developed by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Csikszentmihalyi studied what makes people happy and creative. He found that the most optimal mental state occurs when a person is completely absorbed in an activity. He compared it to downhill skiing. There is no room in your awareness for conflicts and contradictions. You know that distracting thought or emotion might get you buried face down in the snow. When you're skiing, you aren't worried about whether you'll win a medal or impress your friends. You're focused on the action itself. This matches Krishna's advice perfectly. When your mind is fragmented by worrying about the future or ruminating on the past, you can't perform at your best. Furthermore, a recent study published in the Journal of Nobel Medical College analyzed how the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita align with modern psychiatry. The researchers found that Krishna's approach to Arjuna's breakdown mirrors techniques used in cognitive behavioral therapy and existential therapy. Krishna the doctor uses therapeutic techniques to address Arjuna's symptoms of anxiety, confusion, and identity loss. This isn't just ancient philosophy, it's practical neuroscience. By reducing our attachment to the outcome, we reduce our anxiety. We stop the constant fight-or-flight response of the nervous system and allow our brain to work in its peak. So how do you actually do this on a Monday morning? 1. Shift your focus. Before you start a task, take a moment and say, my goal here is not just to get this done. My goal is to do this with excellence and presence. 2. The 5-minute check-in. When you feel the stress spiking, stop. Take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, am I worried about the task, or am I worried about the outcome of the task? The task is your job. The outcome is none of your business. 3. Surrender the ego. As the Gita teaches, act in a spirit of service. Instead of thinking, how will this make me look? Think, how can I add value here? This dissolves the ego. Trust the process. Have faith that you are doing your best, and let go of the need to control the results. As Krishna says, you have a right to work, but never to the fruit of work. Krishna's battlefield was Kurukshetra. Your battlefield might be a cubicle, a meeting room, or a Zoom call, but the teaching is the same. True peace isn't found by escaping the world, but by changing how you engage with it. It's about doing your work with all your heart, but being attached to nothing. When you stop putting so much of your identity and emotions into the results of your work, you become like water, fluid, adaptable, and unstoppable. You start to see life not as a series of problems to be solved, but as a beautiful dance of cause and effect, duty and action, love and presence. Remember, you are not your job. You are the eternal consciousness experiencing it. What do you think? What would change in your life if you truly let go of the results and focused only on the work itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We read every single one. If this resonated with you, please give this video a like and share it with a colleague who's feeling the burnout. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll explore what quantum physics has to say about the soul's journey. New video, Quantum Physics and the Immortality of the Soul, coming up next.